Oh, now, please, so let's start it formally. Now, please tell me something about yourself without saying your name and roll number.
Okay, sir. Sir, I come from Puri, the land of Jagannath. Uh, I have done my philosophy from Delhi University. I have done my graduation from Delhi University in philosophy honors. Currently, I am pursuing my master's in philosophy from OCS College, Puri. I like to learn piano and read books on spirituality and religion, especially Advait Vedanta texts.
Especially Advaitic Vedantic philosophy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, we'll go the letter. Now, please tell me, you are from basically from which district? Puri.
Yes, sir. From the town
Puri, which
itself.
place? Puri town itself.
Yes, sir.
So you should have. Where is this Sudhananda Vidyalaya? Puri only.
No, it's in Cuttack, sir.
It's in Cuttack. So you should write Cuttack there, okay?
Yes, sir.
But why your 10th is from Cuttack?
Because, sir, I was staying in the hostel there.
Hmm.
Due to a familiarity with the management there, I stayed there and I finished my 10th from there only.
12th is from DM Public School.
Yes,
What
sir.
is the DM?
It's a demonstration multipurpose school that is under the NCIT directly. It is in Bhubaneswar, that is the Regional Institute of Education.
Okay. And tell us something about Sudhananda. Who is Sudhananda?
Sudhanand Saraswati is a spiritual teacher and an educationist with a vision. He is a direct student of Swami Chinmayananda and Dayanand Saraswati. He has opened a few schools in Odisha, including the one in Cuttack, another one in Jagatsinghpur, and there is one in Kalahandi. Apart from it, he has a school in Chennai.
Okay. Please tell us what do you mean by philosophy?
The etymological meaning of the word philosophy stands for love for wisdom, that is philos plus sophia. It's a Greek word. But in Indian point of view, it has a broader meaning, which is darshan. That means to see, to perceive. So here under darshan, it is not something of a object or some particular thing that we are looking at, but it's the whole of life itself that we are exploring and curious, and we are exploring to know about it. That is what philosophy is in India.
So tell me or tell us the philosophy of Indian philosophy.
The philosophy of Indian philosophy. Primarily, the whole of Indian philosophy can be summed into two groups. One is the Charbak, the materialist, who do not believe in anything transcendental, and they have a very materialistic, epiphenomenologist approach to life, somewhat similar to modern science. Then the another one is who aspire to know about the meaning of life and find a way out of suffering. So their entire darshan of all the Jain, Buddhist, and other six orthodox schools are focused on finding a way out of the cycle of birth and death and an end to the suffering.
See, Charvaka is also doing the same thing only. He is trying to find out the relief from the suffering only.
Sir, rather than finding a way out of suffering, he says that there is no point in finding a way out of suffering. Rather, we should focus on maximizing the pleasure that we are getting through following the two paths of karma and artha. So he doesn't have a vision of getting a way out of suffering. Rather, he says that suffering is inevitable. Our sole aim should be to reduce it. There is a Sanskrit word, a Sanskrit sloka that is associated with them. That is, mm, there is pleasure in heaven. There is heaven in pleasure. There is heaven in. There is hell in displeasure or pain. And at the end, when the body dies, there is liberation. That is what they subscribe to.
So, what is the final aim of Charvaka?
So the final aim of Charbaka is more of a critique one. They critique the existing structures and belief systems of the parallel philosophical schools, and that is what they are aiming to. They say that rather than focusing on transcendental entities, we should focus on what is right here in front of
Do not beat around the bush. Come to the point. I'm asking, what is the philosophy, the aim of the Charvatites? Their aim is not to defame or degrade others, but what they are saying. Okay,
They,
what is the aim of Sankaracharya?
so Shankaracharya envisions a monistic perspective of things, and he states that the Brahman is the ultimate reality.
Monistic?
Yes, sir.
What is the difference between monism and Advaita?
Sir, monism stands for subscribing to one absolute reality, which is the same with Advaita. But Advaita goes a step beyond monism and states that everything that we see around, it doesn't negate them, rather it relegates them to a lower reality and states that they are just an appearance only.
Then what is the difference between the both? Please be specific. Is there any difference or both are the same synonyms?
No, there is a difference between them, sir. So the core difference between them is the monistic absolute truth stands for from a ontological perspective, whereas Advaita combines both epistemological, ontological, and ethical.
Okay. Now tell me the levels of truth of Advaitic Vedantic philosophy. Levels of truth.
Labels approach. So the label approach that like the labels that I know, Sankaracharya and other Advaitic texts, they mention that there are three levels of reality. One is the pratibhasik or the illusory or imagery one. For example, when we are sleeping or dreaming and etc., then or hallucinating. Then the second one is the vyavaharik or the practical or the empirical one that we are living in currently right now. And then the third one is the transcendental one, which is the paramarthik.
When Sankaracharya said Aham Brahmasmi, what does that mean? What is Brahma?
Sir, first one, Sankaracharya didn't exactly say Aham Brahmasmi, rather it's a Upanishadic Mahavakya. He interpreted it in a monistic or in a Advaita way, non-dual way, saying that there is no difference between the Jiva and the Brahman. Jiva Brahma Brahman. For Brahman, he takes the classical definition of the Brahman Sutra and says that Brahman is the substratum or the essence of the universe.
Then when I can say Aham Brahmasmi, can we take Aham Brahmasmi?
Currently, no, sir, we cannot, because our experience and our perception and our awareness all three are limited to the Jagrata, Swapna and Sushupti states of consciousness, and we are tied to this physical world. Only when we have the absolute self-knowledge, then only we will be able to say that same thing.
What is that absolute self? How that absolute self can be known itself? How can I limited knowledge, me being a limited being by myself, my limited, how can I equalize to that infinite knowledge?
That is what Sankaracharya says. He cannot. But when the consciousness that we are the core of our essence, it realizes that it is pure consciousness without any modifications or without any divisions, then in that pure consciousness itself the Brahma gets reflected. And that is where the equation comes that pure consciousness is Brahma. That is another.
Then why Ramanujacharya came up with his own philosophy of Advaita?
Sir, there is a gap of around 400 to 600 years between Ramanujan and Sankaracharya. So in between, certain misinterpretations arose, which led Ramanujan to take a theistic stand towards Advaita philosophy, and he slightly modified it, naming it as Visitadvaita. That is, he thought that Sankaracharya subscribed to a non-qualified attribute-less God of Brahman or ultimate reality. So he tried to put attributes or qualities to it, making Visitadvaita, that is qualified monism.
Why if Sankaracharya was correct? Okay, out of both who is correct? Someone else was correct, he or you?
So logically, if we see from a metaphysical perspective, Sankaracharya is more consistent, especially with his two theories of Satyasha regarding Maya, that is superimposition, and the second one is the levels of reality that is divided. That is why amongst the scholars and philosophers alike, for example, there is classification
you are saying Shankaracharya is much better, much more logical, and much more to the mark of the point as compared to Ramanujacharya. Is it?
So the keyword I highlight is more logically consistent in his metaphysical framework of reality.
Tell us something about logical positivism.
Logical positivism arose out of the writings of that were the early versions in the Venus system, with scholars like A.J. and Carl and Sage. So they were a neo-impressive group who put forth the verification theory of meaning, and they had a specified logically structured and empirical basis for analyzing language itself on the basis of its applicability of verification on that.
Okay, who said that God is dead?
Sorry, it was Nishi.
What kind of philosopher was?
He was an existentialist nihilist philosopher.
What is this nihilism?
The nihilism denies any permanent entity or anything absolute that can be attributed as an identity.
Why is God dead?
Essentially, the rose in a revolt against what was exactly happening in the European society at that time, given the institutionalization of religion and very stringent practices that were happening at that time. So he says that what you are practicing is absolutely in essence nothing. There is nothing in essence to be attributed to or an identity with. That's why he said God is dead.
What is the philosophy of Gita?
Gita is actually based on Buddhism itself, which gives a very practical ideal solution to implement Buddhism's teachings in real life. So, core essence of Gita, though it draws from the philosophy of science and beginning, latter with interpretations, different interpretations, which either bondage into the Advaita Vedanta with yoga at its practical base, or it goes towards the Visishta Vedanta, depending upon how one interprets it.
Gita precedes Shankaracharya or
Gita precedes Shankaracharya, but what Shankaracharya was preaching precedes Gita itself.
Vedanta, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Now tell us of the philosophy of Niskama Karma and Karma.
So this Karma refers to one particular core line of Bhagavad Gita. Karmanya Varvara Mahapalesarjana. That means one is entitled to do one's duty from an ontological perspective. But one is not supposed to expect things out of that. One is not supposed to get identified with that action itself. So here, Niskam doesn't mean we do not have a perspective or a desire for the fulfillment of that thing. But what essentially Krishna says is that you are not entitled to identify yourself with that particular act or deed that you are doing and expect returns from it. So that is what Niskam Karma is.
So you are saying that you can get attached to the action, but you cannot.
No, sir. Attachment comes or stems from the very thought of identity with the work itself. Now, suppose I can act suppose I am planting a tree planting a seed right now. I do care for it with the expectation and the assumption that it will grow into a tree. But if I get attached with that particular thing, then there will come the issues of identity and the issues of greed and etc. That is what Krishna is saying. You are
Can you
entitled
compare
to.
Four noble truths of Buddha to Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, sir, they are actually comparable, and there are direct links also. The four noble truths of Lord Buddha says first there is suffering, then second there is cause of suffering, then third there is cessation of suffering, and the fourth that is the path to the cessation of suffering. So when we look at those four paths, the Ashtang Marg, the Eightfold Path of Buddha, we see a direct connection in terms of action and view. In Buddha says the first thing is right view or Samyak Drishti, which is essentially what Krishna says that you have to have a very clear perspective of life and work, that nothing is permanent and you should not get associated or attached with it. So that is where the Niskam Karma and Buddha's philosophy merge together.
What is religion?
What is, sir, the etymological term itself of religion says ki religare or to bind. But some people like Nolan, Smart, etc., have given 7 criteria to define what a religion is, including the sense of profane and sacred, having certain symbols, certain rituals, core philosophy, generationally passed down myths, etc., to categorize what a religion is or isn't.
As a layman, I'm a layman. Okay,
Yes, sir.
explain me what is a religion.
That your religion will be that which you strongly believe, even though you do not have any rational justification for it. That is where you put your faith in and act accordingly to in a way of specific way of life dedicated towards that. That becomes your religion.
How geography determines religion.
The geography shapes certain beliefs, certain assumptions, certain rituals, and their sense of sacred and profaneness through various means. Can I illustrate it with an example? For example, people in Rajasthan, they follow strict vegetarian diets because of their non-proximity to the sea and other water resources and the peace, etc. Whereas people from the coastal India, especially West Bengal and Odisha, they have tied the
The people
fish
of
eating and
Rajasthan,
non-vegetarian.
which is a desert place, practice non-vegetarian. What are you saying? Or vegetarian?
Vegetarianism.
Because it's a desert place. That's why you're saying non-proximity to the seas and ponds and
Yes,
what.
sir. Yes, sir.
It's a desert place, hence they are practicing vegetarianism, right?
Yes, sir.
But
So
then
there,
God, God.
So their practice of religion and religious act, for example, the Khattu Samje temple, it's a strictly vegetarian temple. Whereas if we go to Sakt temple of Odisha or West Bengal, non-vegetarian item is a part of it. Same goes with the Tullu Nadu also. That Ganapati is given
In
fish.
Arab land, Islam came into picture, which is also a desert.
Yes, sir.
Why and how they practice non-vegetarianism?
Sir, because that was traditionally what was being practiced there. I am not very sure of the exact reasons for it, but what I know is the availability of food was primarily limited to the livestock present there. There was not very much scope of cultivation and other things. So they relied on plants like dates, palms, etc., and the livestock for their food habits.
Can't the same thing be said for the Rajasthanis also?
No, sir, because there is a vast tract of Rajasthan which has alluvial soil and has good rich crop diversification. That is why they have always subscribed to those
What is the
vegetarian
basis
food.
of God?
Yes, sir.
What is the basis of God? Existence of God. Basis of existence of God.
Sir, there are certain beliefs that make people look for God. About his existence, I am not like there are certain proofs which has been given by both rationalists and theists, but from
Proof.
a for the existence of proof will existence of God. For example, he has been said as the fast mover, the unmoved mover, the uncaused cause in the east and the west alike. But from an agnostic point of view, I would say that there is no substantial amount of proof to either accept or reject the God.
Is the faith is the basis of existence of God.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is yoga?
Sir, yoga, Patanjali describes yoga as the chitta vritti nirodha, after which tadadastu swarupe avasthanam. That means after the cessation of the mental modifications, one perceives oneself truly as it is. So yoga is essentially the cessations of the modifications of the mental waves or the vrittis that as he describes them. And after that, one actually sees what one's true self is.
What What is the difference between the Sankhyan philosophy and yoga philosophy?
Sir, Sankhya and yoga, the major difference are two. Primarily, Sankhya gives the theory, whereas yoga gives the applicable practical path to realize that theory of the distinction between the Purusha and Prakriti. Secondly, Sankhya is non-theistic. It doesn't believe in a creator god or any god at all. It explains the cosmology, etc., in a very dualistic sense, whereas
Okay.
yoga subscribes.
What is the mythology?
Mythologies are the stories that have been passed on by the generations along
Example.
which are For example, the Puranas, the 18 Puranas, Mahapuranas that have been passed down from generations are ascribed as a status of mythology in India.
Ramayana is a mythology or it's history?
The Ramayana, Mahabharata, along with Haribans Puran, these three are treated as itihasa or history because of a very specific assessment of them in terms of genealogy, hereditary, ancestry, that has certain specific narration of events, etc., which have been categorized by the scholars itself. So that is why they are treated as history.
History.
Yes, sir.
Then give examples, specific examples of mythology.
Sir, for example, Bhagavad Mahapuran, which gives a detailed narration about the cosmology, genre, dynastic rules, especially the Chandra Vansha, the birth and the early pastimes of Lord Krishna. They are treated as mythology because they do not follow the strict structure that the Ramayana and Mahabharata follow in giving a narration of a dynastic process. Whereas the Mahabharata and Ramayana both, along with the Harivans Puran, which is an appendix to the Mahabharata itself, they provide a very detailed genealogy and a very structured content to be treated as Itihas itself.
Very recently news it is being said, it was there and was in debate that Lord Rama does not really exist. Thus, Ramayana is a mythology. But you are saying evidences are there. How fair those evidences are? How
Sir,
to
okay. Sir, there are actually two strands of evidences. First one comes from the literature and text that has been followed. Then the second one are archaeological evidences, which promote us to think in terms of that. So I would say to the extent the historical criteria and the assessment allow us to, they are real. But where there are certain divergence from the history, it is better to look into the traditionally and hereditarily subscribed views on it.
okay? India is a secular country, right? What do you mean by that?
The term secular itself points to a strict separation between the religion and the state. But in India, there is a modified thing, as in the words of Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, what was apathy in West becomes neutrality in India, and what was non-interference in West becomes principled intervention in India. So secularism in India is a very principled term, which along with the coexistence of religion also helps to bring equity among them.
Tell us the significance of police service.
Police service. Sir, as a society, maintaining law and order is a very core tenet of maintaining the civilization and the society itself. And police helps in maintaining the law and order of a state or a society.
What else? Apart from law and
Apart, sir, the primary aim of police is to maintain law and order as ancillary services and other activities which help in maintaining them. Police also helps in maintaining crowd, maintaining peace, finding resolution.
you there, Soumya?
Yes, sir.
There is a net problem, right?
Okay, sir.
On the side. Okay, fine. So the significance of police is so much that the internal security, more or less, is on their shoulders, right?
Yes, sir.
If a terrorist will attack, then they will attack the police first.
Yes, sir.
If I'm standing and the policeman is standing, the terrorist will shoot the police. So, hence, that uniform safeguard us. A traffic police is the cause of the smooth flow of the traffic, or else it will lead to accidents and deaths
Yes, sir.
and various crimes. This is the enormity
Yes, sir.
of the significance of the police.
Yes, sir.
Seeing that enormity of the significance of the police, you have not kept the police service anywhere in your preference of post. Why
Sir,
not?
sir, because of a certain injury in my left leg ligament, that's why I thought myself to be unfit for the particular job, and I would not do justice to it.
The last, you have kept it out.
Sir, my personal conscience didn't allow me to do so because it would be not a right thing to do.
If tomorrow government changes some of its rules and allows the unfit so-called unfitness which you have to be in the service, what's wrong with the service?
No, sir, there is
Are you?
no, sir, there is absolutely nothing wrong. But as long as there are certain criteria, I will follow it. The moment government changes, I am more than happy to dedicate myself to that service also.
काली चेंज कर दो तू आधी चाकरी पाहिजे काली चेंज कर दो आता
Sir, following the procedure itself, since I will not be allowed to change my preferences, I will
oh
stick to what I have done.
very good. Why you kept cooperative service in third and revenue service in fourth? Why?
I am more inclined to look into the cooperative services, and I find that there is a huge gap that is there, and there are lots of works that can be done or improvements that can be brought into that particular field.
No, the same logic can be given for the revenue also. There are
Yes, sir.
gaps in the system and various things needs to be done. None of the system is perfect. The same thing
Yes,
can be said for revenue.
yes, sir. Why I chose it because of my confidence that I feel that my competence lies better in cooperative service than in revenue service.
Can you जानलू why? How? Data का.
Sir, because since my schooling time, I have been able to form groups. I have been able to manage how the groups can work and organize with a team spirit. That experience in my school and my college times, I got the feeling that I am more confident in managing organizations and cooperative societies as a whole.
Okay, good. You have not kept the tourism service anywhere? Have you kept it? No?
So there are only 7 boxes,
Also?
so there are 9 services that I have chose. So there was no.
कौन लिख दूँ? 8 9
Yes. Sir, also while feeling that there was a mismatch between what I have actually given in my application form and what I have written there in terms of order.
does not matter. Correct.
Okay.
Now, you are from which district? Puri.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why there are erotic scenes on the temple?
Sir, in Jagannath temple, actually there are very few, but
Not
the
in
core
Navaratri. I'm
in
asking
Konark.
temple as a whole.
Okay, sir, the temple is related to the significance between material and intellectual what is the human has two selves. That is one lower self and the other one is a higher self. So the erotic feelings they are kept outside of the temple on the temple walls framings to show that these are the outermost surface of human life as a whole. When one transcends beyond that, one gets into the core of one's existence, that is the spiritual self. That is why they are there to remind the human of those things.
Is there any temple
Yes, sir.
which inner walls has also erotic scenes?
Sir, I am not aware of it, but as much as I have seen, the inner walls of most of the temples, either they are decorated with the pictures of gods and goddesses, or they are kept blank as a whole.
So, erotic scenes are tell answer once again.
Sir, I said the erotic scenes are there to remind of the human that there are two selves within, that is the lower self and the higher self, while the erotic scenes outside the temple correspond to the lower self, the divine within corresponds to the higher self. So that is how when one moves from outer to the inner core, one realizes that higher self within.
ଏତେ ହାତ ହଲାନି ହେଲା ଏତେ ହାତ ହଲାନି
Yes.
Now, please tell us something about Rath Yatra.
Sir, Rath Yatra is a world famous festival in Puri, which happens in the month of Asad, that is up in the full moon phase, in the Dvitiya Tithi. On this day, Lord Jagannath, after recovering from his 15 days of sickness, he gets ready to travel to his aunt's home, that is Gundicha temple, along with his brother and sister.
Okay, but why the Lord is coming out? What is the logic behind it?
Sir, unlike any other temple in India where the Garbhagriha idol is completely fixed, Lord Jagannath, who is the center of the Garbhagriha, the main idol of the temple, comes out from the temple to meet his devotees once a year.
Kahin ki
To meet his devotees.
devotees can go inside, no?
Yes, sir. But there are certain devotees who cannot go. For example, certain religions are not allowed into the temple, but there are devotees from that religion also. So to meet them, he comes out.
Okay. Now please tell me why non-Hindus are not allowed in the temple. Is it right?
Sir, actually a bit correction. There are four religions which are allowed: the Sikhs, the Buddhists, the Jains, and the Hindus into the temple. For the Hindus,
So all the four names you took, they are Sanatanis are allowed. Okay.
yes, sir.
Why non-Sanatanis are not allowed? Tell that.
Sir, essentially it is because of a mass consciousness about the invasions that have happened onto the temple. That is why.
But now the time has changed. There is
Ye-
no invasion kind of thing. Then why it
Yes,
is
sir.
not allowed now?
Because sir, the that has been into the temple service and also associated with it has not changed or healed up from those experiences. That is why there is still a resistance into those things.
You know about ISKCON?
Yes, sir.
You know the foreigners of ISKCON?
Yes, sir.
What is the full form of ISKCON?
Sir, it is International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
Now those foreigners of ISKCONs, now they are much more ritualistic, much more pure. They do not even eat onion and garlic.
Yes,
They
sir.
know all those things, even which you being from Puri, I being
Yes,
from the
sir.
state of Puri, we also do not know. So they being such good devotees. Now he is Jagannath, he is the god of the devotees. Why you are stopping the devotees from reaching the God? Who gave you the authority?
Sir, no one. But actually, it is also linked to the management of the entire crowd that will come along with them. So it becomes actually unmanageable, and it also poses a certain threat or security threats to the temple. That is why the management is reluctant to let them in.
What kind of security threat you are seeing from a devotee?
Sir, it is very difficult to distinguish between who a devotee is and who is not. So there is a high possibility of people getting disguised as devotees and creating security problems into the temple. That is why.
But the same thing, the same logic can be said for those people who are going to the temple now.
Yes, sir. But in terms of mathematical probability, that is very less. That is why that is what the temple cites as a reason for not letting them in.
Okay, the temples has become a source of business. There's
Yes,
no
sir.
more that place of devotion, right?
Yes, sir.
So tomorrow, if you become the an administrative officer, and the honorable government has asked you for some solutions to it, what policy recommendation will you give so that the temple once again become the centers of devotion?
So the first one that I will say is to de-link tourism from pilgrimage because both of these are very two different things. Then the second one that I will say is to ensure certain procedures and systems that will help manage what the temple is earning and so that the temple or the priests involved in those temple do not indulge in those businessing things that they're doing. Then the third one that I would like to say is to promote the ideals of a sacred place amongst the devotees or the people or the pilgrims who are visiting to the temples. That's how I will ask the government.
Before Lord Jagannath goes to sleep
Yes,
at
sir.
every night, one Vesha, one kind of singar he used to have. What is that Vesha called as?
It's called Bada Singar base.
Why it is called as Bada Singar?
Because the word Sringar itself is a attire or the form that he gets in, and it is called the Bada Singar because he is completely adorned from head to toe with flowers, and for people or the onlookers, he looks extremely beautiful, which sets him aside from other Vesas all throughout the day. That is why it is called Bada Singar.
Okay, now please tell us something about Jagannath culture.
Okay, sir. The Jagannath culture is a syncretic culture which includes Bhairavism, Shaivism, Vaishnavism, and Shaktism. Some other historians also quote the presence of Buddhist ideals in it. So Jagannath cult and also the tribal cult in it. So Jagannath cult represents a very syncretic and harmonized culture of Odisha.
Hmm. It has been famously said that the remnants of Lord Krishna's body
Yes, sir.
is the Daru Brahma within the navel of Lord Jagannath.
Yes, sir.
You being a local of Puri,
Yes, sir.
what is your take on this?
Sir, m- on a personal scale, I do not differ or neither agree or disagree on it. But speaking on what has been written in the Niladri Mahoday and the Skanda Puran's Purushottam Mahatmya Adhyay, it is said that the remnant flowed from Dwarka to Puri, after which it was whole story that follows that the Brahma Padat was made from it. And since then, the Navakalevar happens and it keeps changing the main form and it gets transmigrated to from one wooden idol to the next. So my take would be to go with what the saying says rather than believing it rather
If,
than having any reason.
if Lord Jagannath
Yes, sir.
Naval has got the Daru Brahma of the remnants of Lord Krishna,
Yes, sir.
what about Mother Subhadra and Lord Balabhadra? What they have?
Sir, it is actually the same Brahma Padat which transmuted itself into three different forms of energy centers that was preserved in the body of all the three deities.
The same thing got. So we can call all the three deities to be Lord Krishna.
Yes, sir, they're essentially one and they are worshipped as sir, it's not just three, the Sudarshan is also included, and they four are together worshipped in different yugas in these four concentrated forms only.
So all are Lord Krishna only, all the
Yes, sir.
four.
Yes, sir.
Chaturdaamurti, all are Lord Krishna,
Yes, sir. Essentially, they are extension of Lord Krishna only.
extension of Lord Krishna.
Yes, sir.
So Balram is also Lord Krishna.
Yes, sir.
So we are moving towards Advaitic Vedantic philosophy.
Sir, on a logical scale, yes, it is.
Why Sankaracharya was so eager? Adi Sankaracharya was so eager to put a matha in Puri.
So because he wanted to mark the four distant corners of India and make them the spiritual centers with one kshetra around it. For example, he took the four Mahavakyas of Upanishads and ascribed four of them and the Vedas to each of the matas. For Puri particularly, he was interested because he saw that Lord Jagannath is the symbol of unity and universality of Sanatan Dharma. That is why he established the math there.
Which century Sankaracharya came to Puri?
That he was from eight. He came to Puri in 8th century itself.
8th century.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
And when temple came into picture?
Sir, historically speaking, it is said that the temple was built by Chodogam, but it has not been mentioned that because if we go by the genealogies and the historical archives that the temple was much present much before that. What Chodoganga did is he renovated the temple, he rebuilt the temple from his dilapidated states, and reinstated the Lord there once again.
So a temple was there.
Yes, sir.
Uh, New temple being made by the king. That's
So
the
the
king was
temple
there
was not new, but he renovated the temple.
and make it bigger.
Yes, sir. The present structure that we see, that is what he has done.
Asutosh sir, please.
Okay, so we should now go to his current affair history. Current affair
No,
বিষয়ে
no.
কিছু আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে ওকে সৌম্য
Yes, sir.
uh, you heard about the recently GST rates are declared new GST Gen G I think Gen Next or Gen G it is
Yes, sir.
okay
GST reforms 2.0.
reforms 2.0
Yes, sir.
for new generation.
Yes, sir.
Acha, which slabs are demolished are not there?
Sir, earlier there used to be 5 slabs, that is 0, 5, 12, 18, and 28. That is 0, 5, 18, and 40. So the 12 slab and the 18 slab.
Okay. So what will the future implication? Why
Sir,
government why government decided to go with GST 2.0 now? Is there anything specific about it?
yes, sir. Sir, given the fragmented geopolitical order and the conditions that we have right now, to find a way around from the Trump's tariffs, the Indian government saw that by increasing the local demand and by empowering the MSMEs and improving their export competitiveness, we will be able to mitigate the tariff impacts. So that way, the government rationalized them on as per the international standards, though it was a long pending one.
Okay. So what is the current tariff on India by the USA?
Currently, it is at 50%.
50%.
Yes, sir.
In two different instances, he raised it to 50%. First was
Yes, sir.
how,
25. Sir,
then extra
earlier it
25.
was said 10%, then he increased it to 25, then within 1 month he again increased it to 50%.
Why Trump has done this kind of thing? What is your what is the geopolitics or any motive behind it?
So the geopolitical experts
Because
cite,
India is now India is correctly it was recently he is a good friend of USA.
yes, sir.
ତ ଏଇଟା ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ମାନେ ଜିଓ ପଲିଟିକ୍ସରେ ଏସିଆରେ ଗୋଟେ ସୁପର ପାୱାର ତ ଚାଇନା ପରେ ଆମେ
Yes, sir.
ୟୁଏସର ଚାଇନା ସହ ତାର ଦେ ହାଭ୍ ନୋ ଇନକ୍ଲିନେସନ୍ ଟୁୱାର୍ଡସ୍ ଅର୍ ଏନି ରିଲେସନସିପ୍ ତ
Yes,
ୟୁଏସ
sir.
ସହ ଆମେ ହିଁ ଟ୍ରଷ୍ଟେଡ୍ ପାର୍ଟନର ଥିଲୁ ତ ଆମ
Yes,
ପାଇଁ
sir.
ସେମାନେ କାହିଁକି ଏମିତି କଲେ କ'ଣ ତାର ରିଜନଟା କ'ଣ?
Sir, one of the primary reasons is that the failed peace talks on Ukraine between the US and Russia, and USA seeing India as a point of arm twisting the Russian sources of fund. The second one is, which is more crucial actually, is the stalled and India's resistance to the free trade agreement between the USA, where India takes a very strong stand to protect its farmers from the USA's demands for farm
What are the demands of India?
so that India is focusing for decreasing the non-trade barriers, the phytosanitary and sanitary measures that USA has
No, in the
long-standard
agriculture sector.
in the agricultural sector.
Okay. Huh.
So the India is focused more on protecting its domestic farmers from the agricultural products of USA, and it says to keep certain tariffs on them, whereas the USA wants to open India's market for its own agricultural products.
Okay, so uh, does India is doing fair by not opening its domestic market, whereas USA has already opened it. Is it any fairness is there or not?
So though upfront it might seem imbalanced, but there are certain reasons why India has taken such strategy. For for the first one, there is a concept of most favored nation, which in USA has applied to Bangladesh and has allowed its textile products to its own market, whereas there are certain tariffs placed on India's. The second one was being that India's market being more volatile from USA's competition based on their capital-intensive outputs in both industries and the agricultural sector. India has taken this step to ensure that its domestic in firms and the farmers both are protected. So in a way, India has taken a balanced stance, though it might seem that the balance of trade is skewed towards India's favor.
Okay. Do you know about MSP?
Yes, sir.
It is seen as one of the barriers in the world trade of in the trading of agriculture or in the
Yes, sir.
sector of agriculture
Yes, sir.
globally.
Yes, sir.
ତ MSP ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ MSP କୁ ଛାଡ଼ି ପାରିବ ନାହିଁ
Yes, sir.
ଆଉ ଗ୍ଲୋବାଲ ପାୱାର ଯେମିତି ରଷିଆ ୟୁଏସଏ ହେଲା ସେ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଏମଏସସି ହେଉଛି ଅନଫେୟାର
Yes, sir.
ଓକେ
Yes, sir.
ତ do you think this trade upliftment of this trade barrier or trade percent tariff is related to that.
But to some extent, yes, because there has been a long-standing deadlock between the USA and India at the World Trade Organization. Though
Hmm.
a few years, if I remember correctly, 2 years back, the deadlock was actually solved at the appellate level of the World Trade Organization.
Acha. Uh, okay, then tell me, due to this raise the tariff,
Yes, sir.
specifically Odisha विषय आम कहवा आमर को सेक्टरटा अफेक्ट कला करूची करिबो.
Uh, Sir, essentially,
Yeah,
it would be the
let me
manufacturing.
finish actually. There is a
Okay.
we have a famous industrialist. तांकर स्टेटमेंट आसिला
Yes, sir.
जो टैरिफ रेज है कि से जो सेक्टर रे एक्सपोर्ट करंती कि से जो सेक्टर रे तांकर सेटा बहुत बैडली अफेक्ट हबो. Which sector is this?
So I am not sure of it exactly, but I can
So
say
what
it
is
might be the manufacturing
yes, yes.
sector.
What is your opinion? Which sector is can be affected?
Sir, it would be the manufacturing sector itself.
Manufacturing sector.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा. ये आईफोन ଏବେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ହଉଛି
Yes, sir.
ପ୍ରାୟତଃ. ନାଉ ଆଇଫୋନ 15 ଚାଲିଛି 16 ଟା ପ୍ରାୟତଃ ପୁରା ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ହବ.
Sir, it
ତ
has actually 16 has been launched.
ହଁ ସିଷ୍ଟମ ଲଞ୍ଚ ତାପରେ
Yes,
ସବୁ ପୁରା ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ହିଁ ହବ.
yes, sir.
ତ ୟୁଏସଏ ର ଟ୍ରେଡ୍ ବ୍ୟାରିୟର ଆଉ ଆପେଲ ର ସବୁ ଫୋନ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ତିଆରି ହବା.
Yes, sir.
Does it have any impact on USA or India? ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଟ୍ରେଡ୍ ରେଜ୍ ହେଲା ପରେ
Sir,
ଏଇଟା
it has
ୟୁଏସକୁ ଇମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ କରିବ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆକୁ ଇମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ କରିବ.
sir, both actually. Since
How?
the production would be assembled in India and it would be exported to the USA, so the domestic
Yes.
consumers from there will face the tariff of that particular thing, electronic item being imported from India. Whereas in India, the companies who are exporting to USA, they will have to face a extra duty on import in the respective USA land. So in both the ways, it will affect both the countries.
It will be more costlier in it will be costlier in USA also. iPhone is costlier in India also.
Sir, in terms of cost, it will not be costlier in India, but the competitive advantage that the companies got due to reduced cost of labor in India, that would be counterbalanced by the equally put tariffs on India's exported product in USA.
No, ତମେ ଭାବ ଏବେ ଭାବ X ଅଛି.
Yes,
X
sir.
amount ରେ iPhone ମିଳୁଛି.
Yes, sir.
Tariff raise ହେଲା.
Yes,
ତ ଆଜପର ତମେ ଯୋଉ କହିଲ ଯେ ଆମେ ତାକୁ ଏକ୍ସପୋର୍ଟ କଲେ ଅଧିକ ପଇସାରେ ୟୁଏସଏ କୁ ତ tariff ଆସିଲା ପୁଣି ସେଟା ପୁଣି ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆକୁ ଆସିଲେ ଇଜ ଇଟ୍ ହାଉ ଇଟ୍ ୱାର୍କସ୍?
no, sir. That's not. No, sir.
ତାପରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଷ୍ଟେଟମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଲା ଯେ ପ୍ରଥମେ ସେଠିକି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଗଲା ତ
Yes,
ସେଇଟା
sir.
ଟାରିଫ ପୁଣି ଆମ ପାଖକୁ ଆସିଲା ବେଳକୁ ଆହୁରି ଅଧିକ ହେଲା.
No, sir, I didn't say it will come to us. Rather, the company that is exporting the same product to the USA, it had the edge in India, manufacturing in India. It gave him the advantage of lower labor cost. But what does it have gained?
ଅଲରେଡି ସେଟା ଅଛି.
Yes, sir.
ତା ବିଷୟରେ କଥା କରିବା. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ତ ଯାହା ଅଛି ଫିକ୍ସ ହେଇକି ଅଛି ନା.
Yes, sir.
ଟେକ୍ସ ଆମାଉଣ୍ଟ ଫିକ୍ସ ହେଇଛି. ଲେବର
Yes, sir.
କଷ୍ଟ ଲୋ. ଟ୍ୟାରିଫ ବଢିଲା ପରେ ଲେବର
Yes, sir.
କଷ୍ଟ କମୁନି. ଲେବର କଷ୍ଟ ସେ ଯାହା ହେଲା ସେ ହେଲା.
Yes,
ତାହେଲେ
sir.
କଣ ଆଡଭାଣ୍ଟେଜ ରହୁଛି? କମ୍ପାନୀ ଆମ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ ମ୍ୟାନୁଫ୍ୟାକ୍ଚରିଂ କରିବେ ନା କରିବେନି?
Sir, they will do it.
Why?
Sir, because America is not the only country that they are exporting to. First thing. Second thing.
Talking about iPhone, this is the biggest market is China, then USA.
Yes, sir.
It's both having raised tariff. USA दी जो tariff अच्छी इंडिया ने भी अच्छे इंडिया से कर सकते हैं ये जो चाइना को कर सकते हैं और USA तो तेरा बेस कंट्री है. तो आपको ये इतना इफेक्ट करेंगे कौन जो इंडिया रे अधिक से मैन्युफैक्चरिंग होची वर्तमान.
Sir, because India would be exporting to EU also.
EU also, okay. EU is but EU will counterbalance everything.
Sir, it will not exactly counterbalance 100%, but it will give some leverage.
Okay, so then in future, companies based in USA will make India as a manufacturing hub or not?
Definitely, sir.
Why?
Sir, because it aligns with the China plus one strategy.
China?
China plus one strategy. That
Okay.
is to make a transition from China.
Tariff, okay, less tariff situation में भी ସେମାନେ इंडिया रे ही manufacturing କରିବା ପାଇଁ they will
Yes, sir.
prefer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. अच्छा. your option is philosophy. How fast? What is your fast preference? What is your army service?
Yes, sir.
ଗୋଟେ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଦଉଛି ଯେ ତମେ ଆଜି you are posted as a video.
Okay, sir.
ଗୋଟେ dispute ହେଲା
Yes, sir.
between two parties which is politically motivated.
Yes, sir.
You are not prepared.
Okay.
Okay, you are not prepared about the to handle the situation.
Yes, sir.
You want to buy time.
Yes, sir.
What will be your तमे handle करिवो.
Sir, first I
Okay.
yes, sir. Sir, first I will look for what the procedure says in that particular situation, and I will act accordingly. Apart from that, you said I am not prepared to handle it. That means my experience on that is limited. And for that, I will look forward to my senior, or I will seek counsel from my colleagues as well as the senior to how to handle that situation.
You want to buy time. Okay, you don't have any time to consult with your senior or माने situation रे एते ग्रे होची तमे हटात कि दीटा ग्रुप भितरे झगड़ा है वीडियो ऑफिस को लोग आसे तम पर फोन करे को समय नहीं.
Yes, sir.
जब फोन करे समय नहीं तुमको हैंडल करे को पड़िबो. You have to because you are
Okay.
sitting in that position.
Sir, I will try to reason out with them that if their conflict goes on, then it will be in the negative. It will be in the negativity of all the parties involved there, and I will try to reason out with them to calm down and give some time, take certain action.
Achha, you are also head boy in school based student. You have got so many special achievements. तमे जो head boy थिलो कि तमे you have been in leadership role. Have you
Yes,
ever
sir.
encountered in this kind of situation?
Yes, sir.
So if you are encountered, what have you done? You should have quote it. कौन तमे करथिला?
Sir, there was a particular incident which involved a class between different class, one of a senior and one of a junior. So both were adamant on their version of the story. I tried to reason out with both of them, and I tried to make them understand each other's perspective. After a bit of explanation to both of them and showing that how these things are detrimental to each of them, and trying to find a middle ground between both of them, I diffused the situation.
Which Chanakya philosophy will be helpful in this? There is a very famous philosophy of Chanakya.
Sir, which one? In which situation exactly?
In this situation.
Okay, sir. There is a famous step by step gradual approach of Sam, Ved, and Done.
Yes, sir. Correct. Achha. So, how your like this is one example of philosophy helping you in your army job.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what about any other what you have studied in philosophy in your optional will help you in carrying out your day-to-day job in every situation.
Yes.
What is the Chanakya example?
Yes. So the ethical grounding and reasoning that I got from philosophy, it will help me to stick to the code of conduct and have an ethical administration. Secondly, the concept of Advaita Vedanta, which is in line with our Upanishadic teaching of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that will help me to be more tolerant, listen patiently, and be more empathetic to different groups involved in a particular situation. Then the Anikantvad theory, which says that there are many aspects to reality or many viewpoints to reality, that will help me to see the viewpoint of different people from different perspectives, and it will help me take a balanced judgment in my day-to-day administrative works.
Achha. Define corruption.
Sir, corruption, as stated by Chanakya, is the engagement of public fund in an unaccountable and corrupt way with malified intentions.
So, if your subordinate happen to be a corrupt officer or a corrupt employee, so what would you do?
Sir, first I will talk to him to not to pursue it. If he is persistent on it, I will talk to his family also to make him understand. And even after that, if he continues to do so, then I will take whatever legal action I can take on that, based on the recommendation of my seniors and other people involved.
Okay, do you know the natural justice?
Yes, sir.
What are those?
So the concept of natural justice is based upon two pillars. One is the distributive justice, and another one is the retributive justice. Both of them are aimed towards providing what we owe to the other person. That is the definition of natural justice itself. And it is not relied too much on procedural justice or the methods of following strict procedures of investigations or dissemination of justice.
So, does suppose you will be the executive magistrate.
Okay, sir.
Okay, if ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ OS ପାଇବ ତମେ executive magistrate ହିଁ ହବ
Yes,
ନା
sir.
OS ହଉ କି ORS ବି somehow you are getting into executive magistrate position. So ସେଠି do you think natural justice is the topmost thing for a magistrate, or what the natural justice will going to how natural justice is going to help you
Sir, in that
as
particular
a
situation,
point of view of magistrate?
yes, sir. As a magistrate, I will be more
Means you are
inclined.
summoning somebody, you are enforcing law and order. ସେଇଭଳିଆ
Yes, sir.
condition କୁହ।
Sir, in that particular position that you have described, I will stick to the procedural justice, which is itself the backbone of civil services in India. By upholding procedural justice and in ensuring that we are able to give a substantive justice to that particular victim or the person who pleads for justice, I will ensure to balance both. So rather than focusing more on natural justice, I will try to bring a healthy balance between procedural justice, which the service demands itself demands, and the substantive justice, which is the ultimate goal of justice.
Okay, so uh, your second of which you have not given Odisha police service at all.
No, sir. Due to my health issue, I haven't.
Is there any option that you can skip one?
Yes, sir.
Prefer only 7 preferences are there.
So there are nine actually, but there were only seven boxes, so I filled only seven.
7 boxes. Okay,
Yes,
your
sir.
first is army service, finance service, cooperative service, revenue service, taxation, employment, and cooperative audit service.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so your hobbies are also covered: yoga, reading books on spirituality, mythology. Acha, what is the difference between religion and mythology?
So mythologies can be independent of religion also, whereas every religion has certain myths to it.
Like
For example,
example.
the myth of witches, the bloody witches in Europe, that was
Hmm.
very popular, or the myth of Dracula in Transylvania, they are not associated with any particular religion, whereas every religion they have certain mythologies in them.
In Indian context.
But in Indian context, almost all religions have mythologies associated with them.
Okay. ঠিক আছে, অমিতা, we should go to feedback.
We should go now. Any other aspect left, or everything been covered?
I think ଆପଣଙ୍କର hobbies cover ହେଇଛି, optional cover ହେଇଛି, situation based cover ହେଇଛି, current affairs cover ହେଇଛି, everything is covered.
Before we wind up, do not give us those ethical moral answers in this utterly corrupt system. Why you won't be corrupt?
Sir, because of my clarity of life, that what I want in my life.
अरे सेटा समस्त को सेटा समस्त एई सब कथा कहू काई कोन पे करू हम काई मांगू
Sir, because I do not have the need of it.
नीड नहीं काई नीड नहीं
Sir, because whatever basic necessities that I want, the very few adventures that
Come from need, this come from greed.
yes, sir, exactly. That is why I said I will stick to with my need, and I do not have any room for greed.
Okay.
Okay, so time for that. So time to relax and go for self introspection, Soumya.
Yes, sir.
And
But Soumya, I must say you're an excellent candidate. You should be in the list, I think.
Thank you, sir.
You have clarity of this.
चाकरी पाई काम कोई बोलो लोगों को
Yeah, This is not your interview. You have to be flexible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have planned your part. You have a very good grip on your knowledge, and you have excellent oratory skill. Excellent.
Thank you, sir.
UPSC दो क्या?
Sir, इधर को mains लेके कैसे?
So you should aim higher.
Monism and Advaita,
Yes, sir.
one plus one can be two.
Sir, I couldn't hear you.
You will know?
Yes, sir.
See, there is one, na? There is a number one, so one plus one can be two.
Yes, sir.
But in Advaita, non-dualism.
Yes, sir.
There is no one else than Brahma. Brahma is that knowledge aspect.
Yes, sir.
One plus one, two. So,
Yes, sir.
monism and Advaita and non-dualism, they both might signify something, but this is more accurate, more particular. It is not giving scope and chance of two.
Yes, sir.
Chance रहुची two रो. एतिक कहीं बाहरी वाले भी चलेगा और जैसे बुझार नहीं, है ना?
Okay, sir.
और दोनों इतने आपको मालूम है.
Sir, in between, I don't know. I just did it.
I'm talking to Soumya and Panda, who is a bureaucrat and is taken to producer के बिना वो prepare हो क्या हुआ? अल्लाह. जब तक उसे room बिल्कुल आपको bureaucrat का question सिंगल bureaucrat का सब लगा था. That is the law. That is the guidelines.
Yes, sir.
Right? In the senior request, I am a teacher. I can do like this. I got a secretary. Just cannot do. I'll give the video. You're just moving out the hands like this, right?
Sir, it was because of anxiety or sense of insecurity because of this digital interface. मैंने मत लगिला जे maybe हमें देखा जाओ ने सिद्धे मत किसी I have to put myself up.
But hopefully you have given those offline interviews also, right?
Just one, yes, sir. Again? ମୋର ଅଛି ଏଟା 13 ତାରିଖରେ 13 ସେପ୍ଟେମ୍ବର.
ସେଟା ସାତଟା ବକ୍ସ ଅଛି ତ ଆଠ ଲେଖି
yes sir.
ଆଗକୁ ଲେଖିବୁନି ପୁନା ଫର୍ମଟା ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଆମର ଚାଲିଛି ପୁନା କାମ police ଟା ତୁ if you are saying that your ligament has gone this that and all
yes
but write that in the end.
Okay
ଏଇଟା ଆମକୁ କୁହାଇଥିଲା ଗାଇଡଲାଇନ୍ସ ରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଦଉଥିଲୁ ୟୁପିଏସସି ଆମକୁ କୁହାଇଥିଲା ଗୋଟେ ଝିଅ ଆସିଲା ସେ ଖାଲି ଲେଖିଥିଲା ଓଏଫଏସ୍ ମାନେ ଭାବ ତ କିଛି ଲେଖିନି ଓଏସ୍ ଓପିଏସସି ଅଛି ବୋଧେ କିଛି ଲେଖିନି ସରି ଆଇଏଫଏସ୍ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆନ୍ ଫରେନ୍ ସର୍ଭିସ ବେଳା ଭଲ ତାର ସେଇ ଥର ପଡିଲା ଗୋଟେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମଙ୍କର ବୋର୍ଡ ଯିଏ ଆଇଏଫଏସ୍ ବାଲା ଥିଲେ ତାର ସିଲେକ୍ସନ ହେଇଗଲା ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ସ ଅ ଡିଫରେଣ୍ଟ ଥିଙ୍ଗ ହେଲା ତୁ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଲେଖିବୁ ପୋଲିସ ତତେ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଟା ପଚରା ହବ ଭାଇ ପୋଲିସ ଟା କାହିଁକି ଲେଖିନି किंवा लास्ट को लिखि देथु पुलिस सर्विस बचल तो सर एमती लिगामेंट खराब हो जेछि से सर यू कैन से समथिंग सिंपली तोर चाकरी पाया पूर्वरु एना खाली इंटरव्यू खाली सकाल द गवर्नमेंट के किछि नियम बदले गला तो लगी एई टाइप रो पिला तो भी हमें नहीं करू व्हाट बिकमिंग एन डीएसपी 8 वर्ष भीतर एसपी जु इनमें एसपी रो मोरलेस ऑफिशियल काम ग्राउंड को जान देने से so write that police erotic things on the surface किसी मंदिर में भीतर भी अच्छी माने से कौन ना धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष राइट so मोक्ष को जीवा पे कि तते से फेस को पार करी कि
जीवा yes sir
कि तुझे फेस को पार करी किसी जगह भीतर भी अच्छी for us sexuality is not something kind of a pornography that came to India because of Victorian ethics. I hope
yes sir. Yes,
For
sir.
them, everything is nudity and other things.
Yes, sir.
Right? So all the things I don't want to say it over here. You might be knowing. So I'm just a face to cross kari agu jivu. It's a kind of a reminder, but that is a truth of life also.
Yes, sir.
Where the six sense organs. Now you being a student of philosophy, mana is a six sense organ.
Yes, sir.
Mane five sense organ plus mana be involved role to sexuality. That's the highest.
Sir, again audible.
Voilà.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Getting? So we are going late for the next candidate. Anything else you want to ask? But we are finding you to be really good. So we're nothing much. Don't move your hand. Rest of the things are good. Nothing more to change. No need to change. So यही तरह तो रह जाएगी. किंतु बाकी रिकॉर्डिंग काम में कोई चोरों वाला
Yes, sir.
he is a bureaucrat. Ashutosh sir is a bureaucrat. He is the new generation bureaucrat doing work for the people.
Yes.
That's a very good thing in his part. Okay, all the best, Soumya.
Thank you, sir.